Ah, there you are. Do come a little bit closer as I invite you to walk with me today in the shadow. It's Professor Shadow here, and today I'm just thought I'd go for a little walk outside. I normally come for a walk here on a daily basis, try and get my steps up, try and stay healthy. And I walk through these woods. Let me turn this around for you. I walk through these woods on a regular basis. Many years ago, I used to have a dog. His name was Loki. And I used to take him here every day so he could run through these woods, enjoy himself. Unfortunately, in 2019, he passed away. He was a big dog, had a great life, loved him very much, and I miss him still every day. And as I'm walking through these woods, something hit me, something strange. You see, oftentimes we talk about spirits and ghosts within the shadows, how we see manifestations of people or Roman soldiers or maybe even animals. But are they always spirits returning? Or could they be projections from our own psyche? For example, just here, many times, excuse the wind, but many times I let my dog run down this particular hill, all around here. Many times. And I was walking here the other day, and I could see him. Not physically see him, but I could see him in my mind almost as if he was there. Almost. Not quite, but almost as if he was there. And it got me quite emotional, to be honest with you. But it was almost like he was literally there repeating the same thing as when I used to take him for a walk here. Now, could this be a manifestation? I'm sure there's many versions, variations, and different ways that the spirits from the shadows would like to communicate with us. But is this one way? Because literally, as I was walking down this path, I could see him in my mind's eye. I could see him. It's almost like I was projecting this manifestation of my dog. But it was a manifestation indeed. Have you ever projected a manifestation? I thought it was curious, so I came out today and wanted to share this with you. I thought I'm going on my daily walk. Why not share it with my friends in the shadows? Let me know if you've ever experienced something like, or maybe you have experienced a full-bodied manifestation. Let me know. Or do you oftentimes, maybe you had a pet or a loved one, and you can still see them in your mind's eye, and you project that image into the environment where you regularly went. Let's have a look. If I turn the camera around, you can see this entire area. It's such a great area. Beautiful for taking the animals out, helping them run around. We have these little carvings of trees. Again, here's another one. This strange way that they're building the trees up, maybe to help them grow. I'm not sure. And as I continue my walk today, my dog that in 2019 became very ill. We had to have him put down. I was very sad, and still emotionally gets me today even, 6 and a bit years later. But as I look around and I'm walking, once again, I was just walking just now, and I remember throwing the stick here, and my dog, he was a Doberman, a brown Doberman, weighed about 50 kilos, he was huge, but he was so crazy. But I can see him, and this is the exact thing I'm talking about. Do we, as humans, manifest those images from our mind? Something to contemplate. Now, I often come from a walk here in these woods, in this ground, not as nice without my dog, but I still come out to clear my mind and help me focus on the creation of new concepts, new stories. The wind has blown my jacket. And I dropped my stick. But this walk, like anything we do, isn't it? When we get out about in the sun, where we see, remember, there's no shadow without sun. So when we're out and about, we can look from the light into the shadow. And often I'll walk these woods here and come up with many of my tales for the Professor Shadow channel. But it's just so beautiful to walk out here in the sun and pass through the shadow, of course. It's a really great way to get your steps up, and that's what we have to do. But it's not just that. A walk is really great for creation. I'm going to show you something in just a second. Coming up to a place within these woods, and it was looking this way. I'm going to take this particular angle here. I don't know if you can see all the way across. You can see all the way across there. It was this particular one where I was walking here and I thought, imagine a big, black, dark shape on the other side of there, hiding behind those trees. I don't know if you can see those trees there. Zoom in for you. Yeah. Sort of here. Hiding behind those trees. And that helped me come up with one of my werewolf stories. So sometimes when we just want to create something, we want to get out and about. So, that's me, Professor Shadow. Out for my walk. With you, my friends. Hope you've enjoyed the walk with me today. And, yes, maybe I'll do a few more out and about with the Professor, so we can get to know each other a little bit more. Let's turn around one more time, because, sorry, I mean, the whole principle, the whole concept of me doing this video today was remembering my beautiful dog, Loki, who used to run this area of the woods every day, probably twice a day sometimes. A huge 50-kilo brown Doberman who was like a puppy for pretty much most of his life. And I miss him very much. I get very emotional sometimes talking about him. Even 6 years on, I'm sure those of you who have lost your pets can identify with me. And that's going to be the end of today's video. Thank you once again for joining me in the sun and shadow. It's the Professor here. Take care. I'll see you real soon.